Coming out tonight, thank you to Carlton and Rich, the Alone Together duo, for playing so beautifully, and thank you, Carlton, for all the wonderful things you had to say about my dad. He was a big presence. He had a big heart, and he definitely knew when he was in the room, you know, for many reasons. He was a fun guy. And he is missed, and it's really wonderful to have all you in here and to celebrate him and to play some music. Originally, you know, Carlton got this started, and this has just kind of grown from, they were just going to do a duo and have a jam session, and then I said, hey, you know, I have an idea, and here we are now, a few weeks later with a few ideas going to happen for you. And, you know, it's very special. This is actually my dad's bass, so it feels really special to play this for you guys. It's a little different than my bass. I'm just going to say that now. I'm going to make an excuse right now. So when I miss a note and go out of tune, that's why. So, you know, as Carlton said, he was a jazzer at heart, and he did have a very active career playing in the symphonies. The Schenectady Symphony, the Albany Symphony, the Catskill Symphony, the Utica Symphony, the Berkshire, and actually I found the Glens Falls Symphony, and I actually found a program from a Berkshire Symphony concert in 1996 where I believe you were sitting principal, and my dad and I shared a stand in the bass section. And so a couple weeks ago, Luke reached out and said, well, I'd like to do something too. And I said, that's great. Like, what are we going to do? How many bass players can we get on stage? And so, just to give a quick background, Luke was friends and colleagues with my dad in bass sections in different orchestras. And when I was in high school, Luke was one of my first private instructors on the upright to say, okay, that's all right, but now here's how you hold the bow. No, here's how you play in tune. And same stuff my dad would say, but I needed to hear it from somebody else. And so Luke Baker, one of my first teachers, colleagues of my dad, said, I'd like to do something with you. And because to really make, I think, a true tribute to my dad, bringing in some classical music felt like an appropriate fit. So Luke said, how about this really hard Bach piece we can do? And we'll try and do a rehearsal. And don't worry, I'll do the hard part. You can do the semi-hard part, and it'll be great. So we're going to play a Bach two-part invention. And one other little bit about that is my dad loved the bass duet thing. Whenever I'd come home, we would run off to the music room and lose track of time and be down there for a few hours playing through duets. And in my senior recital, when I was finishing school, I had to do a recital and play all this fancy special classical music. And I had my dad come out and do a bass duet with me. So when Luke brought up this idea, I said, you know, perfect, we should do that. I should dust off the bow and put some rosin on it and do a little practicing. So let's do this. All right. So we've got two pieces we're going to do for you. And this first one is a Bach two-part invention. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah.
I got the good lights. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Baker on the really hard notes.
Some of them.
So the other thing we thought about doing for you guys was sort of a jazz meets classical moment. You know, my dad knew 100 million tunes. I'm still trying to catch up to at least a fraction of the songs he knew. But one he always liked a lot was a song called Polka Dots and Moonbeams. So, you know, I thought that might be a nice one to do as a duet. So, hopefully you'll agree. And this is our take on Polka Dots and Moonbeams. Quick rehearsal conference.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
My boo-boo.